Welcome to the Centerville Farmers Market, located right here on State Route 48 and Spring Valley Road. Here to tell us more about this exciting program is Kristen Gottman, the assistant to the city manager and also the manager of the market.
Yes, I'm the farmers market coordinator. This is my first year coordinating the farmers market.
So, Kristen, what can people expect when they come here to the market?
The farmers market is open every Thursday from 2:30 to 6:30 p.m. We have 17 vendors here. We're in the parking lot on the corner of Spring Valley Road, and they can expect a little bit of everything. We have vegetable vendors, we have fruit, we have bread, we have soap, we have honey.
It's really cool to see on TV, but honestly, you need to come here and see it because the sight and the smell is just so fresh, and everything here is locally grown, right?
Right, everything is by local farmers here in Montgomery County. Most of it, they've just picked that day. So they pick in the morning and then they come and they sell it in the afternoon at the farmer's market.
It comes right out to market. Again, it's every Thursday from 2:30 until 6:30. And if folks want to learn more, you've got our website and Facebook page, right?
Yes, our website is centervillefarmersmarket.com, and from there you can log on to see our Facebook page. And we post photos, and we be sure to publicize every time we have a market day. It's on Thursdays.
Well, let's go ahead and take a visit with some of the vendors here at the Centerville Farmers Market. Okay, we're talking with Bob Downing of Downing Fruit Farms. And Bob, you've been here for several years at the Farmers Market.
I've been ever since they started the Farmers Market in Centerville. I've been here, and my family is 8 generations deep in the family farms. This makes 180 years for us.
Oh, congratulations.
I am the 6th generation. My son's the 7th. And he got daughters as the 8th generation. I grow about anything from peaches to apples to plums to nectarines to vegetables of all sorts. We got cider that's unbelievable, but our cider is sold out till after we have a local fair, and then we will, about the end of the month, we'll have cider again.
And what is it that people most come here for?
A lot of people like different things. A lot of the years we have berries of all sorts, blackberries, raspberries.
And what do you like best about coming to the Centerville Farmers Market?
The people are joy, and it's a pleasure to see people come back and say those are the finest peaches, those are the finest apples that I've ever ate in my life. And it is a accomplishment to be able to have good stuff for people to enjoy.
All right. Well, thanks for being here. We'll let you get back to all your customers.
Anytime.
Joining me now is Michael Malone from Hungry Toad Farm and also the manager of the Centerville Farmers Market. Michael, this great event going on today. Every Thursday, it just keeps getting busier and busier.
Yeah, it does. As crops come in and people bring more in and more customers come, and one side lifts the other up. It's great.
And about how many vendors do you have on a typical Thursday?
About 12, 13, 14, 15, it kind of depends. Some people are more periodic and some are every week.
Well, let's talk about what you have here, because you have a wide variety of items and a lot of things are certified organically grown.
Everything is certified organic that we grow, all the vegetables.
So when you say it's certified organic, what does that mean?
That means you've gone through the certification process with the USDA organic program. And you've done all the things. You've been inspected, you've done the paperwork, you've accessed your seed, right? You're doing all the right stuff. You can just say you're organic and not be certified, but actually that's kind of illegal, you know? So I like to be certified.
And all of your products come from just down the road, right?
Yeah, 2.5 miles from here on Fly Road.
What are some of the produce or items that you're really encouraging folks to try?
Well, I like to try to get people to buy the heirloom tomatoes.
Which are the best in the world, they're marked.
They're the ugliest, but they're the best. You want to look at them or you want to eat them. That's what I tell people. So, but they were bred for flavor, not for being all round or perfectly or anything like that. The garlic also, I grow hardneck garlic, and I grow different types. So I like to educate people on that.
Well, how about those tomatoes? Slice it up and put them on a sandwich, or?
I eat those like they're steak. I slice them on a plate and salt and pepper, and that's good for me. I use them whole. I like to eat those tomatoes as they are, to let them be what they are, rather than mixing them in with something else, and it sort of loses their character.
So it's a standalone fruit, that tomato.
It is. And when those are gone at the end of the year, I'm not eating any more tomatoes.
But thank you for your time. This is Nancy Kelly from Flowers Bouquet from Flower Valley. And close enough?
Close enough.
And your flowers are also part of Hungry Toad is where you sell them here. They're gorgeous. Tell us about them.
Well, we grow all sorts of flowers all year. We seed them from the beginning of December, grow them in the greenhouse, and then others we direct seed in the spring. They come on just like vegetables. They're seasonal, so what you see here today won't be what you see next week. You always got to kind of look and see what's coming in new. My lisianthus are these flowers, and they're getting toward the end of their cycle. The asters are coming on, so we'll have a whole new type of flower to come in.
And you have such a beautiful knack for arranging flowers. So when someone comes, you're always going to see something different, as you said.
Right, right. And when people come, I have some made up so that people can just grab them and go if they want to. But also, a lot of folks like to kind of say, well, I want that flower, I like that flower, I like the other flower, and then I try to put them together for them. I always say, well, we'll just try to make each other happy.
We'll make sure people come out and see you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And this is Matt Visalus from Visalus Bakery, and you're already located here in Centerville.
1 year ago, can you believe it?
You're over at Cross Point Center.
It's been a great year, yeah.
So what brings you to the farmer's market then?
You know, I've had the business for almost 8 years, and it's surprising. People are still coming for their first time, so they find out about us. And there's also those customers that it's not so easy for their schedule, especially with school starting back up. So it's kind of like a favor to them that we're here, and it's convenient with all the wonderful farmers and other vendors.
And what do people like when they come to see your tent?
Some come, the number one thing that people request, oh, there it is, I have a few of these left. I'll open it up, hopefully it'll show up, is this Queen Amman. This is just buttery goodness. It's a croissant. We make it kind of petite because while we have other croissants here, very standardized, rich with butter, this little guy has twice the butter that one does.
Oh my.
And there's layers of salt and sugar, so it gets caramelized. It's just so popular. So that's probably the most sought after, and we sell out easily. But the breads and the scones, and the kids like the cookies, chocolate chunk and peanut butter.
And if folks do happen to miss you here, they can always stop by your shop as well, right?
Yes, either way, it can work both ways. They can call the shop and say, I'm going to be at the market, and we're glad to deliver things here. Or vice versa, we'll take an order here and have it available at the store.
Well, that makes it very convenient.
Yeah, it's a wonderful market. You guys do a great job. Mike, particularly, I know you interviewed him just prior. It shows. It's one of the best markets. Most vendors do several markets, but this one really has one of the best homey feelings and just a good atmosphere.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
Okay.
This is Tyler Thakur, and he's going to tell us about his mushrooms, which I didn't realize there were so many varieties.
Yeah, well, my main mushroom that I do is called a king oyster mushroom, and it's really meaty in texture, more than like a portobello. And I put it right up there with the morels and sponges that people go out and harvest in the woods. But really, you can only find them here that I grow. And I grow these indoors in a nice, well environment, not off manure, not off soil, but off actually sawdust. And
Really?
so very clean. You can use the entire thing, and there's no waste.
So what would you use this as instead of a meat product, maybe?
Yeah,
make it for
vegetarians
soon?
actually have some chefs that I've sold it to that'll take the stems of them, cut it into medallions, and bread it and make it a fake scallop for vegetarians.
How did you get into the mushroom business?
Oh, probably about 8 years ago, I ordered some kits online and saw that they worked, and kind of discovered from reading that it was something that anybody could do if they had the right setup. And I just started, experimenting and have little projects here and there, and then eventually we started selling at Second Street Market.
So tell us about some of the different varieties that you have here other than this.
We have some red potted asparagus beans, just like a green bean, but very long, you can see. No string, but very tasty. I have several different varieties of eggplants that I do this year. This is called an India Pink. These are Caspers. They go really well with the mushrooms.
So if somebody is not sure how to prepare one of these, do you have recipes, or you can tell people how to do it?
One of the main things you have to do when you're at a market, especially with a lot of new stuff, is you have to give recipes and free samples to people. Otherwise, they really don't know what they're buying, and you'll get way more sales if you do.
And how have you found the Centerville Farmers Market so far?
It's been great. I love the people, I love the vendors, and it's just been a good time being out here.
What would you say is for someone who's inexperienced and not sure how to prepare a mushroom, what's the best way if someone purchased it to prepare it?
I have a recipe that I just call it easy butter roasted mushrooms. You just take a foil pouch, dice them up, throw them in there with some butter, salt, and pepper, put it in the oven for like 350 for an hour. It's done. Very easy. But otherwise, you can put them in a saute, stir fry. Any way you want to cook them works just fine.
And mushrooms can be added to just about anything, I would imagine.
All right. They're very healthy for you. Anti-cancer, anti-diabetes, all kinds of good things for them.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
This is Mike Blair from Pop 2 at Kettle Corn. And Mike, you've been at the farmer's market for how long here?
This is year 2.
This is year 2. And
Yeah.
so, how do you like it?
I love it. This is a great market. Centerville's a good market. Ask any of the other vendors here, and we love this market.
You really bond with the other vendors around you, don't you?
Well, sure. We get to know each other, and we're like family. Yeah.
Now, what's different about your kettle corn than maybe some other kettle corn we might find?
Well, we use a non-GMO kernel. We also use a mixed white and yellow kernel, and the white is a hulless, and then the yellow's not much larger, so we go for a small pop, not a large pop, and we think we get a better flavor wrap in doing so, and so we're after tender and taste, not tough and tasteless.
Okay. And it's delicious. And today you have 2 flavors. Do you typically bring a variety of flavors?
Right, yeah. Jalapeno today, we call that the heat and sweet, the heat with sweet, and then the regular is just regular kettle corn. It's oiled corn, sugar, and salt. So.
And did you come up with your recipe just by trial and error, eating lots of kettle corn?
Actually, the guy that we bought our kettle from, our cooker from, sent us recipes, and we've worked with it and tweaked it a little bit. But yeah, we pretty much went with his original, and then we've done some customization. But yeah, we think we've nailed it. I don't know.
Well, it's delicious. And kettle corn is not just for snacking at night or with a movie, is it?
No, it isn't. It's good for any time. And if you're like me, I've had corn for dinner sometimes. If it's too late to make dinner, I'll eat popcorn, you know. So I make 2 guarantees. We guarantee that it's fresh. We pop it prior to come to the market. That way I can control it under the elements that I have the pop system at. And then I also guarantee that it makes every Reds game better.
Well, we're back for our 3rd year to this market, and we've added a few new lines. We've added a poison ivy soap we call anti-ivy with jewelweed. It's all natural soap.
Now, how did you come up with an idea for poison ivy soap?
Well, it's been on the market, and jewelweed is a local product around here that you can find usually growing next to poison ivy. So we go out and harvest it out at Germantown. So it's a local product, and it's very good for neutralizing the acids in poison ivy, and we've had excellent luck with it. Then we also now have what we call our Bugs Run Bugs, because it's got a catnip in it, which is 7 times more effective than DEET. And we also are using then lemongrass, peppermint, some lavender and tea tree, a little citronella, so it's all natural products. So what we're doing is get away from all the chemicals that are on the market. So,
how do you come up with ideas for the soaps? Is it based on people's needs or just?
We listen to what our customers say, what they're looking for.
Wish you had a soap that would help me with my poison ivy, and then you,
yes.
Okay.
And we go and check what's available on the market that's all natural to do the job, and that's what we work with.
And this is called Our Family Soap, and it is traditionally or truly a family business.
Yes,
right?
it is. And it's just an all-natural product. We also now have started carrying the African black soap because we get quite a bit of demand for it, so we have it available for our customers.
And of course you have your whole shaving center over there as well.
Yes, we do.
And even though we're here amongst so many wonderfully smelling foods, boy, this soap is so fragrant, and it's all natural.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Yeah. This is Joe Barton with Big Sky Bread, and Joe, Big Sky's been out here for several years.
Yes, ma'am.
This is your first summer to be out here.
Correct.
How do you like being at the Centerville Farmers Market?
I'm a big fan of the market. It's nice because you get the same people every week, and you get to know them, you get to know what they like, and that's nice to build those relationships, and then try and get them down to Kettering to the store if we're lucky, sometimes, but if not, they're here.
Tell us what's unusual and different about Big Sky Bread.
Big Sky is one of those places that's like cliche, but it's truly a family-run business. They've had it for 21 years. My bosses, Phil and Mary Gallenstein, opened it up, I think, when they were 20 and 19. And like somehow, miraculously, they've succeeded. They have this huge clientele, and it's every morning. Phil has woken up for 21 years at 4:30 in the morning to make all of this. And so it's just like, you know what you're getting, all the ingredients, you can understand them, they're all
Everything's
organic.
listed on the...
Correct,
Yep.
It's all non-GMO, and it's just like good old-fashioned healthy stuff from our town, well, the town over, from normal people. And that's what's nice about it.
And samples abound, so you're
Yeah,
welcome to try whatever.
There's always going to be a lot of samples. I'm kind of crazy about that. I make everybody's going to leave with a sample unless they're gluten-free.
And there's a lot of good smells out here, but boy, I can smell that cinnamon. It does smell terrific.
It gets old after a while.
I never.
You know? Yeah, but it's pretty good. I like it. I can't complain.
Thank you for your time and for being
Thank
here.
you, Maureen. I appreciate it.
This is Tim Downey with Spring Valley Farm. And Tim, you've been coming to the Centerville Farmers Market since it first opened, right?
Right. When it was up at the church, I was going up there, so we went to market, we went to church at the same time.
And you've got a lot of great things out here right now. What's this the best season for right now?
I got lots of sweet corn coming on and lots of tomatoes, and melons will be starting shortly. I'll have tons of melons, and after that, watermelon. Peppers are coming on pretty soon. I'm starting to pick some eggplant, although I sowed the eggplant I already had. All kinds of squash will be coming on pretty soon, so just all kinds of stuff is coming.
Now, I want you to tell us about this.
Well, that's a summer squash. That's called patty pan. And that's really the best summer squash there is. It's better tasting than either yellow squash or zucchini. What I do is probably not very healthy, but I just take it and slice it, salt and pepper, roll it in flour, and fry it in butter, which is probably not very healthy.
But sounds delicious.
It's very good. And that's the best tasting squash there is. After you eat this, you'll never go back to eating those others. At least that's what most people say, because it's really good. But most people don't know what it is. They think it's some kind of a, I've had people think it was a UFO or something.
Well, it's unusual looking, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And all your corn here, it's all white corn.
This is called Silver King. It's a beautiful white corn.
It looks so tasty.
It's really pretty. Just picked this morning.
Tim, I'm going to take a quick taste of this because it looks delicious. Thanks for your time.
Sure. Thank you for coming.
It's delicious. This is Tim Blair from Blair Quest Meats. And Tim, you've been around the farmers market since we very first started it, right?
Right. Since you've been here.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
At this location.
So tell us what's different and unusual about your meats.
Well, our meats is, they're balanced in their omegas. We've discovered a few years ago that if we balance the omegas of our animals and of our birds, that we produce a meat that is hormone chemically free, healthy meat that is balanced in its omegas for everyone to enjoy. And the flavor, they taste the way they're supposed to because of the balance of the omegas. And they don't get sick. Our animals are all healthy. We test for all the things that need to be tested for. And the omegas in our meats are, we even beat salmon this time. So.
And by all accounts, the meat is absolutely delicious.
It's delicious. It's the way it's supposed to taste. I developed a breed, it's like a heritage breed that I developed in the beef over 30 years ago. So to meet the diets that we feed them.
Tell us the type of items that you have here that people can come by and pick up.
Well, we have hamburger, we have steaks, we have pork chops, we have great marinated pork chops that are really a big hit. Our hamburgers are our #1 selling product. We have sausage, different flavored brats, things like that. So you can take home, put on the grill, and enjoy them.
And you're very knowledgeable and all of this information. So when somebody comes by and has a question, you're more than happy to address
That's right.
questions.
That's why Dr. Lindquist comes in, and he has taught me all this. We're not going to do it without knowing what we're talking about. And he teaches doctors. He was in Boston this past weekend teaching doctors. So, he is really knowledgeable on this. So it's really paid in the animals and the folks that we do business with.
This is Barb Oppie from Irons Fruit Farm. And Barb, is this your first year out here at the market?
No, this is our second.
Okay, and tell us what folks can find out here.
We always bring our pies and our apple cider donuts.
Okay, let's stop there at the pies because those pies look absolutely delicious. Tell us about the pies.
We have caramel apple, peach. We do cherry. We do blueberry. In the beginning of the season, we do strawberry rhubarb and rhubarb.
All freshly made.
All of them are made at the farm daily from scratch with no preservatives. We make all of our pie fillings ourselves. The crust is all made by scratch, so we do everything ourselves there. They can be ordered and picked up here at the market.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous to look at, but probably even better to eat, I would imagine.
Yes, and then the cider donuts are a very popular item at the farm. We make those every day. Just one of our things that we're known for.
And then you have a wide variety of jams here as well.
That's what we do in the wintertime. When we pick our fruit, we try to get as much of it in the freezer as we can so that we can make our fruits, our jams and stuff in the wintertime when we're slower.
And then of course you have produce back here.
We do have produce. Right now we have the Concord grapes and peaches. We're coming up on apple season. We do strawberries in the spring. Usually have red raspberries, blackberries, and black raspberries. So, and then any kind of produce that we can get to grow, we do it.
And of course all those can be turned into pies as well, right?
Yes. We've done sweet potato pies. We'll do some cream pies if they're by request. We do pumpkin pies and pecan pies in the fall also. So.
And what is it about the Centerville Farmers Market that brought you back this year?
Well, it's just been a very good market for us. Everybody's come out and supported us each week, and we get lots of orders, pie orders, and even some fruit orders. So lots of people like to buy it from bulk. So it's been a very good market for us. So we just decided to come on back.
We're glad to have you.
Thank you.
This is Ian Zeglin with Blue Oven Bakery, and Ian, welcome to the Centerville Farmers Market. Obviously, a lot of breads here. What do you have going on today?
So we bake a mixture of whole wheat, white, as well as sourdough breads. We also do English muffins, and the croissants as well.
And what do most people who come here like to buy?
English muffins.
I was going to say, I'm sure that we showed them, but I want to take a quick peek. Oh my gosh, those are gorgeous. So is there a secret knack to baking these?
Oh, just make them as delicious as possible. A little bit of love.
All this baked this morning?
Oh yeah, it was still hot it was still warm in the vehicle when I got here. Yeah.
And so do you do other farmers markets as well?
Yeah, we do most of our farmers markets down in Cincinnati. Up this way, we do Centerville as well as Yellow Springs. We're kind of testing the waters up this way and seeing how it's going.
And this is an original farmers market participant, right? You've been with the Centerville Farmers Market since it started.
I've been with markets for over 40 years.
You have a long time in the farming business. This is Russ Garber. And Russ, tell us a little about your background.
Well, I guess I was born a farmer and been one ever since. I even farmed in Brazil part of the time. Got a farm down there too, but I went to market probably 45 years at least.
And what are the things that folks like here when they come to the Centerville Farmers Market?
Probably me.
Well, that's true. You're right. You're absolutely right. Aside from that.
Well, they really like to make stuff, and, well, I guess they like everything, the canned products, and because they buy a lot of all
Everything's fresh, and you picked probably recently, right?
Right. And it's baked recently. All that. So.
Wait, when you tell us about some of your baked goods that you carry.
My daughters bake the cookies, the rolls. My son and his family bakes the pies and the cakes.
So it's a family business.
It's a family deal.
And it's all delicious, which is better, the pies or the cookies?
Oh, gee whiz. My job in the bakery is quality control.
Okay, that's a good one.
And sometimes I'm not real sure, so I have to eat some more.
That's a good job to have.
It is.
We talk about some of the produce that you have here. The colors here are absolutely gorgeous.
It is pretty, but it's also good.
Yeah.
It does. The color contrast do make a pretty picture, I guess.
And all healthy, all natural, all good for you.
It is. I mean, after all, I'm past 80 years old, and it hadn't hurt me yet.
And you probably grew up on this stuff and haven't eaten much else?
Well, I eat a hamburger
once in a while. And how about your items that you have over there jarred, all the preserves?
Well, most of the stuff we grow and we can it. And
a little bit of everything, kind of everything that you might need for your breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You have right here underneath this tent.
We do. We try to please. Most of the time we do, but once in a while we don't.
I find that hard to believe. Well, thank you for your time.
All right.
This is Vanessa Visalus with Morning Granola, and thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
And you have a variety of granola. How do you prepare your granola?
We prefer to use honey for sweetness. We prepare it homemade, and we don't like refined sugar, and that's why we decide to use local honey.
Use local honey. Okay, so that's a little bit of a difference from maybe what traditional granola you might buy in the grocery store.
Exactly, because we don't use additives, no preservatives.
No additives or preservatives. And I noticed that you have some interesting varieties because you have brownie granola, muffin
granola. Everything is about granola.
So with brownie granola, how do you put the brownie is also no preservatives? And
yeah, we use organic sugar for brownie, but we use our granola. We put it on the top and we put it inside, and when you make a bite, you will see the crunchy in the brownie or in the muffin.
What sets your granola apart from maybe some of the other granolas that people may be used to eating?
Because it's always fresh. For example, the coconut granola, we got whole coconut, and we use it always fresh.
So everything is fresh when you buy it, and then do you need to eat it pretty quickly, or does it stay well if you?
It stay well, yeah. It stay well also about a month, maybe more.
But it looks like it's in a nice container that once you start eating it, you're not going to keep it around the house for very long.
No, that's true.
Very tasty. What's the most popular kind of granola?
Everybody like the original, and that depends. Everybody like also the blueberries and cherries.
Okay, original blueberries and cherries. Well, thank you so much for sharing information. This is Scott Boschert with Twin Creek Apiaries. And Scott, you've all been involved with the Centerville Farmers Market for several years.
Yes.
And you have a lot of honey products. Tell us what you have.
All right, we have local honey, and it's raw. That's very important.
Raw, because why is that important?
Raw means it hasn't been pasteurized or heated or anything like that. It's all straight from the hive, which means it has all the pollen, all the good enzymes and vitamins. It doesn't get strained out or heated out, burn up.
Okay.
All right. We have some lotion bars that we make from the beeswax that we when we do extraction, we get the beeswax.
And the lotion bars are good for?
Like rough hands, it's basically the same thing as like
a good moisturizer.
Moisturizer, yes, and eczema, things like that for on your elbows and things like that.
But again, it's all natural
all
products.
All natural products. Yep. We have different sizes. We have 1 pounds and the 12 ounces, and we got pint jars, quart jars, and 5 pounders.
So lots of good products, and honey is good for a lot of natural, holistic type.
Yep, good for
healing,
cuts
right?
and things like that because it keeps the air away from the cut, and it's also antibacterial, so it helps the healing process. They used to use it back in the old war days. That's what they did for protecting their
wounds and things like that.
Yep.
So it's not only good for you,
yep.
It's good to eat.
Yep.
It's a win-win with everything with honey.
Exactly, and then you can put, there's an old recipe that's honey and cinnamon and apple cider vinegar that they take daily, and it's good for colds and things like that. There's all kinds of things out there that helps you out.
All kinds of remedies with honey.
Yes.
All right, well thanks for sharing some.
Yeah,
appreciate your
no
time.
problem.
So you just had a brief glimpse at some of the vendors here at the Centerville Farmers Market. But if somebody wanted to get involved in 2016, how does the vendor go about doing that?
The best way would be to go to our website, centervillefarmersmarket.com, and you'll see all of the guidelines there. Take a look at the guidelines, take a look at the applications, and the best thing would be to just give me a call after you review everything and see that you can meet those guidelines. Give me a call at 433-7151, and we'd be interested in talking to you if you'd like to come out for 2016 to sell.
And the farmers market goes through the end of October, but it's not over even then because you do a winter farmers market as well.
Right, we have two winter farmers market. It's going to be the third Thursday in November and also the third Thursday in December, and that's right around the holidays, both Thanksgiving and Christmas time, Hanukkah, and you can come out and
perfect to set your table or get what you need
ready for the holidays.
And as always, we encourage folks to buy local, support local. You're eating healthy. It's a great choice for you and your family. For more information, you can visit the City of Centerville website at centervilleohio.gov. Call the City of Centerville 433-7151. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.